Yeah, but Mom, Gregory gets to drink soda. The manifestation of "yeah, but the rabbit" has helped me illustrate how often we use this phrase as an argument to plead our case or justify our actions. Yeah, but the rabbit was one of 250 little rabbits packed tightly into a weathered wooden hutch on the edge of a small farm. Life wasn't glamorous for the rabbit family. They survived on cabbage, carrots, nuts, and whatever the seasons were willing to give them. Every rabbit had chores. Every rabbit had responsibilities. But with so many siblings hopping around, accountability was easy to avoid. And nobody avoided accountability better than Yeah But. If a shovel was left in the garden, it wasn't his fault. If the cabbage patch was trampled, someone else did it. If chores weren't finished, there was always an explanation. Yeah, but those were his favorite words. One hot afternoon in the middle of July, Yeah But finished his chores early and burst into the kitchen, hockey stick already tucked under his arm. "Mom, can I go play street hockey?" His mother looked over the chores carefully. The buckets were stacked. The carrots had been watered. The feed had been delivered. "You got 15 minutes," she said firmly. "Dinner's right after that." Before she could say another word, Yeah But shot out the screen door like a rocket. The neighborhood road shimmered in the summer heat as Yeah But slapped the puck back and forth across the asphalt. He imagined himself scoring the winning goal in front of thousands of cheering fans. Sweat dripped from his ears as he grinned and fired another slap shot. Then suddenly, "Abbott, get out of the street!" His mother's voice exploded from the front porch. Yeah But stopped, irritated. He slammed the blade of his hockey stick against the pavement. "Yeah, but Mom, you said I could have 15 minutes. It's only been 5. But his mother wasn't arguing. Her eyes were wide with panic. "Yeah, but get out of the street now!" He folded his arms tightly across his chest. His nostrils flared. His brow twisted into defiance. "Yeah, but Mom, you said 15 minutes. It's only been 5. Again she screamed, louder this time. "Yeah, but move!" He raised his hockey stick and smacked it hard against the asphalt. "Yeah, but Mom—" He never finished the sentence. The ice cream truck hit him squarely and launched him 15 feet into the air. The world became noise, sirens, and darkness. Yeah But woke up days later in a hospital bed wrapped in a full-body cast. One ear bent awkwardly to the side, never quite the same again. Every breath hurt. Every movement hurt more. For the first time in his life, nobody wanted to hear his excuses. As the years passed, Yeah But slowly began to understand something painful but important. His mother wasn't trying to ruin his fun that day. She was trying to protect him. His father's rules, his teacher's corrections, his employer's expectations, and the guidance from the people around him had never been attacks against him. They had been attempts to help him, but every lesson had been met with the same shield. Yeah, but... And eventually, Yeah But realized something even harder. He had spent most of his life arguing instead of listening. How often do we do the same thing? We justify our actions because someone else got away with something. We excuse poor choices because life feels unfair. We reject correction because we want explanations before obedience. We silence the very people trying to guide us because we don't like how the truth sounds. Yeah, but Joe got a raise. Yeah, but Nancy got extra fries. Yeah, but everyone else speeds. Excuses are easy. Accountability is hard. Sometimes the people guiding us can see dangers we cannot. Sometimes wisdom requires trust before understanding, and sometimes the words, "Yeah, but," keep us standing in the middle of the street long after we should have moved. My mom always said, "Do it because I told you to do it." First time asked Mr. Hout. I understood this to be the game. The silent Simon says game. But that's another story out of the Parent Handbook, page 18. The moral of the story: excuses may defend our pride for a moment, but accountability protects our future.